multiple reports that feed in to what I anecdotally have felt from you, and it's embarrassment all the way to shame or fury at yourself about having had debt. A survey by NerdWallet found that over 40% of people are embarrassed that they have credit card debt. 1/3 of people in another survey from Wallet Hub are so upset about their credit card debt, they've kept it a secret from everybody. So this whole thing of shame, of shaming yourself, just makes you feel bad about yourself and doesn't solve the problem. We can end up in debt for all different kinds of reasons. We could have, just been on a spending spree. We could have lost our jobs. We could have had a health problem. We could have had a family member or an ex-spouse or a strange boyfriend or girlfriend who you gave a card to and they ran up debt. There are so many reasons, from lifestyle choices to emotional things to personal interactions to, as I mentioned, the health problems. So many ways people find their way to debt, and it can even be a combination of them. Okay, let go of embarrassment. Let go of shame. Do not beat yourself up. That doesn't solve the problem. What is the problem? Well, credit card debt now carries an average interest rate, the highest ever, roughly 20% on average. So an ugly number. And so when the statements come in, if you're paying only the minimum, you're not getting anywhere. You know, that box on your statement shows that if you today, on a typical card, you just pay the minimum on a balance you're carrying, that it won't be paid off till sometime in the 2050s or 2060s. A typical card. Okay, that's a long time away, right? But what else is in that box on your card? It shows what it would take to pay per month on that balance to pay it off by 2026. 2026 is a lot sooner than 2050 or 2060. No doubt, right? And the amount of interest you pay, it'll show you in the box that if you pay it down by 26 versus paying it off 3 decades down the road or whatever, how little interest you'll pay, even at a high interest rate, versus all those years later. So what I'm trying to say to you is don't hide from your bills. Don't hide from the fact. Don't pick on yourself. Instead, develop a plan. What is it you would have to do to control that debt, pay it down, and get it out of your life? That's what it should be about. And let me tell you, that shame you may feel right now, the embarrassment, whatever, you may feel powerless. The power you feel if you get on a path of paying down that debt, and month by month you see that balance wearing away, the power that's coming back into your life is enormous, because debt in a capitalist system, in a free enterprise system like ours, debt makes you weak, money makes you strong, period, in a financial sense. So use that box on your bill as a marker and think about what change you can make in your life that you would be able to make that minimum payment that pays it off by 26 instead of the minimum payment they're asking for on the card, which would leave you in debt till the 50s or the 60s. So have a plan. And if you feel overwhelmed and there's too much and you don't know what to do, go to the nfcc.org website, National Foundation for Credit Counseling, nfcc.org. Find a credit counselor near you that's legit and come up with a plan, a budget, what you need to do in your life to get it under control. And I talked recently on the podcast about how people don't pay with cash anymore. This is the one time cash is the boss. Cash is king. I have found over the years with people whose debt feels out of control that if they go to paying cash only for all their walking around, everything they do, groceries, any shopping, anything like that, and you come up with a set amount of cash you pull out each pay period, you'll be amazed how much less money you spend. Now, there are some places that won't take your cash, so you don't go there anymore.